I'm like, I'm so tired. I've only been actively part of this like sustainability world for a year, and I'm exhausted. Whenever I started this YouTube channel, like whatever that was, April or something, like I had so many ideas. I had so much fun doing it. I love doing like thrifting and fixing my clothes and sewing, and I just had all these ideas. And then just as it's like progressed, and as I've been like becoming more and more part of this like sustainability community and the sustainability community on Instagram, it's just become so much more apparent. And like, I guess, yeah, it's become so much more apparent that what really needs to happen is that like we need big changes. And we need big changes. We need corporations to step up. We need people with lots of money to put that money towards climate change. We need people to stop polluting on a mass scale. We need big changes to happen. I guess this week I've also just come back from holiday and I'm tired, and I've had to move, so I did like all this moving this last week, so I'm very tired from that, like physically kind of worn out, mentally worn out from dealing with stuff, like moving and stuff. But I just like the severity of the Australian bushfires right now is insane. It's unbelievable. I just read yesterday that it was like 500 billion? 500 million? I forget. I think it was 500 million, half a billion. Animals died, like in the fires. Like, that's awful. That is awful. And I was like trying to think this week, I'm like, oh, what can I do? I'm all the way over here. I obviously can't be there, and it's not helpful for other people to be there right now who aren't going to do anything. So I was trying to think like, hey, do I have the money? Like, do I have the money this month to donate? And I was thinking I did. And then I was just watching a YouTube video on how the budget for the Cats movie was $97 million. Like, you know, like I think that is the biggest juxtaposition that's going on. And that is what I feel like 2019 was this huge juxtaposition. Like, it was just all these like awful things happening in the world, and then all this other money being spent in other places. And what is my donation going to do? But there's someone out there with $97 million that could go to that could go to a climate change effect or climate change cause or something. But instead it was spent on Cats, a movie that no one really wanted. Did anyone want to see Cats the movie? Did anyone want that? I feel like trying to become zero waste or trying to become a minimalist or trying to homestead or doing any of these things are just like not worth it, but just futile for the big changes we need by 2030. And that's not saying, I'm not trying to put down anyone who does that, obviously, because I'm trying to do it. It just feels like so much sometimes. Just that I don't know what I'm doing making YouTube videos about how to make your own peanut butter, which is a small step, it's like one of those small steps when we have an entire continent burning. It's like kind of frustrating knowing that there's bigger issues, but knowing that this is all I can do right now, and knowing that this is my small step, and or maybe I'm not doing as much as I could be doing, but I feel like I'm doing a lot and not really making a dent in the bigger issues that we have to solve. I think it's hard when all you hear is bad news and all you hear of these awful things that are happening in the world. But that doesn't mean that things aren't changing and that people aren't working hard and making a difference. And that doesn't mean all these small changes aren't going to add up, and it doesn't mean they aren't adding up right now and that they are going to add up. I guess because I started this YouTube channel, and I started my Instagram page, and I started this blog, and I started all these things to show people that you don't have to be a perfect vegan. You can thrift 2 pieces of clothing and buy 10 fast fashion pieces, and even that's still better than nothing. You can store your garbage in a mason jar, but still have a couple purchases that are big and bulky and use plastic. And that doesn't mean that you're not a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're failing at zero waste. It doesn't mean that you can't be a part of it. And you can still care about what's going on and about climate change. And you can still care and be an environmentalist even if you kind of suck at it. Because I suck at it. And I've sucked at it for a long time. I didn't expect to lose, like, sight. I didn't expect to get so, like, tired and so, not burned out, but just uninspired maybe, tired, a little defeated so quickly. I didn't think I would. This is a depressing video. That's it. That's all I had to say. Still can't formulate a concise thought to save my life, but that was it.